difficult. So, but I think, I mean, we have about 5 states on our short list, and New York is one of them. So I would think we'll be sending some stuff to New York before the end of 2018.
That would be awesome. Please let me know when that happens. That'd be amazing. And I'd love to celebrate it when it happens.
Oh, Bobby will tell you.
Cool, I appreciate it.
Yeah. About this market is certainly the microphone of access to people that will talk about it and cherish it if it's good and it's a muster.
Oh, it's
awesome. And it really drives a standard of quality when you're here. And I really love being in this city. For you can't get rid of anything. Nothing is good enough. It has to be great, and I like it.
That's cool. Well, we're ready for that challenge.
Right on. I don't doubt it.
Well, I think they'll give the New York meaderies a run for their money. I've tasted most of the New York meaderies, and I've tasted the stuff at Superstition. They're going to have to be on their game.
Right on.
The New York meaderies, so they better sit up and start working.
Mm-hmm.
Arizonans are coming.
Well, I've certainly had a lot of really good mead from all over the country, from what people bring to our bottle shares that we have with our staff, or with friends, and then of course doing a little bit of traveling, get to try some new things. And the Mazer Cups, probably the best I've been trying different stuff in the country, and it's really awesome to see how many really outstanding meads are coming out these days. And
right.
We're not that old when you look at some of the players out there, but we've been doing this for almost 6 years, and overall the quality is really impressive. And all of us for the and it makes it a lot more fun.
And the overall
to see what
quality,
everyone's figuring out.
The overall quality level of the industry has gone through the roof just in the last 10 years. And some of that is increasing, market share. There's a lot more meaderies, so everybody's like going, oh well, this one was really amazing, so I'm gonna have to do that, and kind of thing like that. But it's also just that there's a lot of really enthusiastic people with skills that are putting meads out there. And when I traveled around the country this summer, I don't think I stopped at 40 meaderies, and I don't think I had any bad meads. There were good meads, there were great meads, there were, oh my God, this is out of this world meads, but there were no bad meads. And at least not the ones I stopped at anyway. I'm sure that they're out there somewhere, but I didn't have any. So, there's a quality level in our industry, I think, that is pretty good.
Yeah, things are really moving forwards. We do the industry report with the American Meadmakers Association each year for the last 5 years or so, and it's really neat to see how the industry is growing, and how when we started we thought there were around 150 people making mead in the States. Now we think there's over 500. And when we did a little bit of math, we figured that you've got a meadery opening about every 3 days in the States and about once a week somewhere around the world. And I don't think there's too many other categories of alcohol that are, keeping suit with that. So it's pretty cool. At the same time, there's always going to be, challenges, because I think that, naturally a lot of those startups are really small, low-funded organizations, just like how we started. And some people will figure it out, some people won't. But a lot of people are figuring out, a lot of people are getting together. The mead industry has become really united and is sharing information like never before.
Yeah.
So people that are, in the beginning phases, or whatever phase you're at, there's lots of resources and mentors. And I know that I've done, a bunch of phone calls over the years trying to, share my experience with folks. And it's been a lot of fun. And I know I've learned from a ton of people in our industry and in related industries, and craft beer and even wine. So yeah, it's pretty cool how things are happening and moving so fast. And really, I think, in a lot of ways it comes down to people want to have choices and a little knowledge about where their food and drinks come from. And right now we have more choices than we've ever had before, especially when it comes to mead, and it's only growing. And that makes the industry a really exciting place to be.
It does. Yeah. There's a lot going on. Chris, I'm so thrilled that you guys have got, such a robust mead contingent coming this year. And Bobby and I are both really excited. Yeah. We're hoping that this takes off and that this continues.
Cool. Yeah. there's so much room for growth here in this market. I mean, we're definitely like craft beer has certainly been a thing, and of course, out of self-interest, I'm very sad, but also out of self-interest because I love mead. I want to see a lot more of it, more access to it, and another alternative option, even in our local craft breweries. Like, I feel like it's a great thing to offer for people, accompanying people that love beer, that beer. I feel fortunate to have a tap room where we're allowed to sell some wine from New York State farm licensed wineries and spirits, and I'm planning to include mead. We love them very much, so I'm excited to get the program together to be able to really showcase this and make it more fun, bring more light to the wonders of mead. I mean, my first mead, I'm not, and my first 2001 that I tasted, and it blew my mind. But absolutely, to what you guys are saying about the quality of meat today versus even very little ago, different. The standard is higher. People are making better meat. When you get it, picky that generally can be decent or good in most cases.
Hey, in New York City, are you guys being used in craft cocktails at all?
Yeah, I see it used. Not as frequently as I'd like to, though. Still, there's so much room for growth here with the mead here, and it's like, what is going to be the thing that gets us to start talking in a buzz way? Because I think New York kind of sometimes is driven by said buzz or hype. The right person needs to write about it. The right person needs to hear about it. So that's what we're going to try to do with this fermentation festival: is get it under the right ear. And have people taste it. That might be the right people to help drive this. Be like, okay, this is the thing,
Gotcha. So do you invite some like craft beer magazine or food writers to your event to try and get some of that exposure?
Do. Absolutely. We have a long list of press people that we got a great amount of press last year, but we only had, I believe, one official meadery, although Bobby was certainly there. Bob Slans, he was actually kind of helping me run and promote this year. And we had Sergio who was giving samples, but he was across state lines and he didn't have a booth. But our one local meadery, Enlightenment Wines, Raphael Lyons, is serving his mead. And he's got a very traditional way of doing it. There are other people doing it in different ways. So I'm really excited this year to celebrate the diversity of it.
That sounds good, man. Yeah. Hey, reach out to us whenever, just to stay in touch in general, but definitely something we'd be interested in.
Absolutely.
Cool. Well, we'll see Superstition there next year. That would be great.
Yes.
Superstition. That would be totally awesome. So,
we will. I'm gonna hop off, I think, but I want to say with if you want to come to the Fermentation Festival, the website is nycfermentationfestival.com or nycfermfest.com, and it has all the different things that we're featuring in this year's event, and they're being updated daily with new vendors. They're being updated with the new seminars. And if you're a panel, I'm excited to meet you in person and have you out here.
Yeah, and if you're thinking about going, I have linked it on the show episode page and also in the text for the show episode page. So it's in both the links and the text. So, check it out. If you're anywhere near New York, you should go.
Woohoo.
Cool. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure's mine.
Thanks for coming on, Chris. I'll see you next month.
Thank you. See you next month.
All right.
Cool. What else are we going to talk about, Vicky?
Well, Carlos was planning on he's doing a talk about the great leap forward that you guys made last year. And so I'd kind of like to do a bit of a 30,000-foot view on that, and also just kind of, just conversate about mead in general with you. I think that there's a lot you guys have to offer. I tasted all of your meads when I was there this summer, every single one, and came home with almost all of them. and would have been all of them if I had a little bit more budget. But those $70 ones kind of killed me. I can only afford 2 of them. Yeah, of all of the meaderies I went to this summer, the biggest expenditure I made at any one meadery was at Superstition, and I think it was like $500.
Nice.
It was ridiculous.
Wow. Well, I hope my staff took care of it. I apologize, I wasn't there to meet with you, but hey, we can wrap a call and figure out something for some bottles.
Oh yeah, no, I got one of 2/3 of your stuff, so
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm happy with that. It was the whites that I could only afford to get 2 of. Those were, and I don't expect any kind of industry discounts with with special.
Oh, we take care of our friends. That's part of what we do. Yeah, it's funny. I was at the Mazer Cup last 2 years ago, and we went to a local brewery in Broomfield, and some of our staff went out, and when we were done, we didn't really engage with the staff. It was kind of late towards closing, and we each got a couple of beers, and when we left, they said, "Oh yeah, no, we figured you guys were in the industry, we were all wearing T-shirts or whatever, and they wouldn't accept any money, and so we gave them a great tip." And I was like, "That's crazy."
Wow.
And I remember I talked to my wife Jen, and I said, I called her up, and I go, "Can you believe these guys just bought all these drinks for us?" And she goes, "Well, we do that for people all the time, unless you're, you know us at all, or you're, a brewer or whatever." And I'm like, "Yeah, I guess we didn't make it like a written policy like these guys seem to have, but it was really nice to be treated that way." So we certainly like to take care of folks in the industry.
Where was that at in Broomfield? Remember the name of the brewery?
I think it started with an R. I don't remember the name of it. It was really close to the AMMA, just a few minutes east.
Right.
If you named a couple,
yeah,
I definitely.
I can't think of any that start with R. I have some friends that are managers at a few places, and I just wondered if you'd happen to come to Lafayette, which isn't, but just a stone throws away, but they're north instead of east.
Yeah, but that was really nice. So, anyways, yeah, I'm glad that you got to come out and see our tasting room anyway. Were you able to get out to our production facility, Vicki?
Yeah, I did. I actually started at the production facility and met Carlos there, and he fixed me up with some limited edition stuff, and and some things that I wouldn't have been able to get at the tasting room. And then after I was done there, I went to the tasting room and hung out, and your guy there set me up with a row of everything, and it was nice. Walked out of there with that, and then I had to go through that damn spice shop upstairs, like in 2 directions. That was dangerous too. Oh my God, you did that deliberately, didn't you?
Yeah, we have a good relationship with those guys. It's pretty cool. Prescott's a really fun town for people to visit for shopping. There's like dozens of antique shops if you're into that, and there's a lot to do for a weekend, anyways.
Yeah, it was nice staying there. We enjoyed it, and we'd like to come back. So, we really liked the RV park we stayed at, and all the people were really nice. And I really liked downtown Prescott; it was really beautiful. So, yeah, and I was informed
we're really
as soon
happy
as
that
I
we
got
chose
there.
to have our business there.
Yeah, I am too. It was a good place to be. I was informed as soon as I got there that it's Prescott, not Prescott.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I was corrected on that fairly quickly, but I saw the old facility. You guys upgraded to the new facility just a few months after I was there, I believe.
Yeah. So, I think like almost all of us in the industry, I started homebrewing beer, and before my first beer was done fermenting, I went to the homebrew store because my wife got me a kid and like a refrigerator and a shelf and stuff. And I went in and said, "Hey, I want to make a Belgian beer and a mead." And I knew I'd had a mead at the Renaissance Fair. I didn't know anything about it. I just knew sort of it. And the guy, at the homebrew shop was like, "Well, here's your yeast and a Camden tablet and some nutrient, and buy some honey at Costco." And so I started doing that. And after a few years, your friends come over drinking everything for free, and they're like, "Hey, you should sell this stuff." So I started thinking about how that could look. And, I'm still a full-time firefighter for the city of Phoenix, and a lot of I was doing, on the side doing real estate or construction or whatever they, get into. And, I was thinking about that, going through the whole career thing there. And I just started asking that question, and then wound up taking a class at the Siebel Institute in Chicago, which along with UC Davis is one of the top spots to learn to become a brewer. in America. And this 3-day class, I felt like I got an MBA in 3 days and learned how to write a business plan from really successful people that had just done that. And I knew the least out of anyone in the class. The first question they asked this group of 40